We get Channel 4 now, but not Channel 7.
Arthur, how could you do that to this family? On size?
It's hardly a crime. I mean, nobody got hurt.
That doesn't make it right.
He won a lot of money, Dad. The Mentaculus really works.
You knew about it?
Well...
They must have finked me out. They knew I could just go on winning, so they blackballed me, and now...
What did you do with the money you won? What's going on?
Well, I didn't want it, and Danny said that he could use it.
That is so unfair.
Watching it, I saw myself in Hebrew school, dreading being there, listening to the history teacher and the rabbi. Did you kind of get that sense that you had these flashbacks as you were watching it?
I'm ashamed to admit, but I had an incredibly non-observant upbringing. I really only found out I was Jewish through being cast in Jewish roles. It was sort of like, oh, I better bone up on this stuff. But I definitely felt the sort of collective familiarity of the environments,
Please, I need help. I've already talked to the other rabbis. Please. It's not about Danny's bar mitzvah. My boy Danny, this coming Shabbos, very joyous event. That's all fine. It's more about myself. I've had quite a bit of tsuris lately. Marital problems, professional, you name it. This is not a frivolous request. This is I've tried to be a serious man,
They have so earned the right to work in a way that they want to work. And the people that they've surrounded themselves with are so much their regular collaborators that the whole environment is one in which there's no need for them to huddle. It's a very intimate and cohesive environment that they've created, and it didn't happen by accident. What it reminded me of was the internal creative discussions one will have with oneself, externalized between two people. It was not as if they were always, exactly in sync with exactly what they wanted to do and came to an immediate agreement about that. There definitely, in what I saw, there was a process that was going on, but it was a collaborative, cohesive process in which the final result was always reached without any real conflict. It was just, even when one person is doing something creative, you're making a choice. I think I'll put this over here. No, maybe it would be better over here. It was sort of like watching that go on just between two people.
You're directing a lot of television now. I mean, when you're on the set with these guys, are you constantly learning? Are you trying to think what you would do in certain scenes?
That's an interesting question. I did find myself trying to watch, very carefully what they were doing. I almost would feel presumptuous saying that I'm going to take what I've learned, from the Coen brothers and put it into an episode of some television show that I'm doing. But the specificity of what it is they're looking for is something that I feel like anybody can learn from, And it's a great combination of knowing exactly what they want on the one hand and being very much wanting to be surprised by what you bring to the table. And it creates an incredibly safe, encouraging environment in which to work, because you feel like you're a part of something that's in very good hands, and yet they also want you to be finding something to surprise them with.
Actually, I haven't been home a lot recently. My wife and I are, well, she's got me staying at the Jolly Roger, a little motel there on,
You're in the doghouse, huh?
Yes. That's an understatement, I guess. Thank you. I guess
Do you take advantage of the new freedoms?